Hello everyone. Meteorologist Rachel Piscitelli here in the Weather Center. Wanted to provide you with an update on what you can expect for tomorrow. Things are going to start to deteriorate rather quickly after we get done with the news at 10 and 11 o'clock overnight. Snow picks up. And then we are going to see the wind pick up as well, and accumulation will also start rather quickly once the snow gets going. So I'm going to wait for a couple more people to hop on before we get going in the forecast. We'll show you some graphics, the updated snowfall total map. Numbers have gone up since the last Facebook Live that I did. Also, pop in, let me know how you're preparing for the storm tomorrow. I know there are already some snow cancellations, some school cancellations, flight cancellations already being popped up as well. So things are, starting to happen because of this particular system. So we're going to, again, just wait for a couple more people to hop on, and then we'll go ahead and get you that updated on what you need to know. Brenda, a lot of sad faces I'm seeing. So wondering about the morning commute in the Bristol area, says Heather. Heather, we'll get to that in just a minute. I'll show you that hour by hour forecast. Hello, Seth. How are you? Michael, hi. Hi, Pete. Hello, Judy. Peggy says, ugh. I know a lot of folks are not excited about this, or maybe you are. Remote Learning Day is already being issued. Hello, Kelly. How are you? Hi, Cindy. How are you? All right, so let's jump on. We'll go ahead and we'll get this going for you so you guys can keep you up to date and make any plans that you need to early. So winter storm warning in place for the entire state now. Earlier, we had that winter storm watch. So the Albany National Weather Service for Litchfield County has finally followed suit. So we have that winter storm warning posted for the entire state starting tomorrow. So here's a look at the satellite and radar right now, zooming out to the bigger picture. Noticing here's that system, and it is knocking on our doorsteps at this point. So we'll zoom in a little bit closer. We'll show you how close it really is. So we're already seeing some snow develop in the New York area, New Jersey, Washington, D.C. Still some residual snow right now in the Ohio area, just south of Cleveland and in the Cleveland area. So here's what you need to know for February 1st, the storm. Here we go. We have 8 to 14 with higher amounts possible in western Connecticut. And I do think that this should probably be 6 to 8 inches for southeastern Connecticut, and I'll update that too. We have that northwest wind 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusts 35 to 45 miles per hour possible through Monday afternoon into the evening, with up to 50 mile per hour gusts, especially for southeastern areas along the shoreline. So we're looking at near whiteout conditions in the afternoon, and definitely some isolated power outages not out of the question. So let's go ahead and, this is going a little bit faster. Didn't add a pause point. So here we are at 10:30, checking in with us at the news at 10 or 11 o'clock. Noticing a lot of clouds out there. By the time we get to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, already starting to see some snow begin to enter the state. By 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, coastal areas, southwestern Connecticut, starting to pick up on some accumulating snowfall. Again, Hartford area, starting to see that by 6, 7 a.m. and then so this is the morning commute. So I do think that some locations, if you're heading out the door, you have to go to work. I do think that there will be some tricky travel for your Monday morning commute. 10 a.m., widespread snow. It's snowing pretty good. Some steady snow falling in portions of the state. Then notice what happens as we go through time. Here's this mixing line. Now, this is what we're going to be watching for. Right now, it's holding pretty south, but this could inch to southeastern Connecticut, impacting some snow totals. But 5, 6 o'clock, we are looking at some pretty good snow falling across the state. Messy evening commute if you have to go out the door or head outside. And then noticing there it is, that mixing line starting to inch into southeastern Connecticut, but it's still 8 o'clock in the evening, snowing pretty good for just about everybody. Then we'll start to see a dry slot kind of take over as we go on through the overnight hours Tuesday or Monday into Tuesday, and then noticing what happens. We have some leftover moisture settling into place for Tuesday morning. So I do think that the Tuesday morning commute also going to be impacted just as fast as, those crews can get those roads cleaned up. So we'll show you the accumulation map. This is the RPM, projected snowfall. So this isn't our personal map that we made for snowfall, but I wanted to show you just how quickly things will likely accumulate. So by the time we get to 3, 4 in the morning, already seeing the potential for 1 to 2 inches of snow that's accumulated on grassy surfaces and the road conditions. So that's a concern, because it's 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, already seeing that happen. 7 a.m. suggesting nearly 5 inches of snow already accumulated in the Danbury area, and that'll work its way north and east, going on through 11, 12 o'clock. Here we are at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Some areas already seeing about 8 inches of snow already, 9 inches in Waterbury and Torrington also. So these snowfall totals are going to be rather impressive. 7 p.m., up over a foot of snow for some locations, nearly 10 inches of snow in the New Haven area. So here is our snowfall total map. About 12 to about 16 to 18 inches for areas in Danbury, northwestern areas like in Torrington, and then southwestern areas like in Greenwich and Weston. We could see that. There is a chance that there's a sliver of Litchfield County that sees about 8 to 14 inches of snow there. The rest of the state, the general consensus, about 8 to 14 inches, and then looking at southeastern areas, 6 to about 8. But I would go on the higher side of this, 8 inches. It's just a matter of how fast that mixing line works its way into the state. So that'll be the potential for a little bit slower snowfall totals if you're looking in southeastern Connecticut. But still, nevertheless, it starts to accumulate rather quickly right off the get-go for the Monday morning commute, continuing through the afternoon with those accumulating snowfall. In addition to that, noticing that the winds will also pick up in intensity. So out on the roads, whiteout conditions are possible. If you can stay inside tomorrow, work from home, remote learning for the kids, that's probably the best way to do this, because the winds will also be cranking. 3:30 in the morning, we're looking at 22-mile-per-hour gusts along the shoreline. And then by the time we get to the afternoon, notice what happens. Those winds pick up, especially out of the northeast, and we're seeing these winds along the southeastern coast picking up around 30 to even 45 miles per hour. And that'll likely continue through 1, 2 o'clock here. Still cranking at this point, and that is going to continue through the evening. So very gusty conditions, whiteout conditions possible, and very heavy, wet snow is expected as well. So that is the latest on the timing, the winds, how much snow, when the snow starts to accumulate, that's what we got going on for you. So I wanted to see if there's any comments that I can answer, or if there's any questions that I can answer for you guys. Would love to hear from you, whether you're excited about the snow. So I just see Ralph says fluffy snow or wet and heavy snow. It does look to be that wet, heavy snow. Robert does not want snow. When will be the worst, says Heather Lawrence. So Heather, I do think that by the early morning, late afternoon, that's when things will really begin to go downhill. But as I mentioned, we're going to start to see that accumulating snow as early as 7 o'clock in the morning. Yes, so Heather says, be careful of driving tomorrow. Definitely, if you don't have to be out on the roads, I would recommend not being out on the roads. And just enjoy a nice snow day, get the fire going. Getting that snow blower ready, says Juan. Mike says we're doomed. We'll be okay. Check in for Kev says, should call towns or cities about parking bans. That is a good idea. We do have some parking bans and some closures already posted on the Fox 61 website if you guys want to check that out too. Amanda does not want the wind. Unfortunately, with this system, we are expecting some pretty gusty winds along southeastern areas, so isolated power outages are also not off the table. Hello, Daniel from Manchester. Happy birthday or early birthday, Diana. Her birthday is February 2nd. Victor, you are very welcome. No work tomorrow. That's great for you guys. I will be here with meteorologist Rachel Frank. She'll get you by and everything you need to know, and we'll keep you posted every step of the way on social media. So if you haven't done so already, follow myself, Rachel Frank, Danny Moranti, Matt Scott, Sam Perry. We're all going to get you through this snowstorm that we're gearing up for tomorrow. Seeing I can't wait for some folks as well. What time does it start? Well, it's going to, so Paul, if you're just joining me, I know that some folks are probably just joining me and you can't go backwards on the Facebook Live until I get off the Facebook Live. So basically what you need to know is it starts as early as 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning for southwestern areas and coastal areas. We could see some accumulating snow, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of snow already on the ground by 7, 8 o'clock in the morning for, again, areas in the 4 southern counties. By about 7, 8 o'clock, things pick up, becomes widespread by the early afternoon, late morning, snowing pretty good through the late morning into the evening on Monday. All right, so I also am seeing some folks that are saying that they just started watching. So I'm going to hop off so that you can go to the very beginning of this, just so folks have all of the latest information on what you can expect in those snowfall totals. A genuine idea is that it's going to start tomorrow morning early and through tomorrow afternoon and well into the evening. So basically an all-day event for us. Lots of snow accumulation expected through the afternoon into the evening. Tough travel, very breezy conditions with gusts up to 45 to 50 miles per hour for southeastern areas. Thinking about 8 to 14 inches of snow for most folks. Some folks, especially in western areas and higher elevations, could pick up over a foot of snow, 12 to about 16 inches. All right, folks, we'll get you the latest information tonight at the news at 10 and 11, and I'll likely pop on and do another Facebook Live on my personal page later on in the evening. But for now, we'll talk to you guys later. Be safe, be prepared, and again, tomorrow morning, starting at 4 a.m., Danny Moranti, Matt Scott, Keith, Margot, Tim, Erica, they'll all get you covered, and the morning team will get you posted and let you know how the travel is before you head out the door, if you have to head out the door. Be safe, and I'll see you tonight at 10 and 11 o'clock with Carmen.